Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I welcome you to another enlightening episode of this program, Islam is Beautiful, a program that's designed to let you appreciate yourselves as Muslims and add value to you as an individual. My name is Salma Adetutulawa. Thank you for joining us.
Fortunate is he. Fortunate.
This program is sponsored in memory of Ajiya Fauziya Kende Lola Hali. May Allah grant her Al-Jannah Firdaus. Amen.
His thoughts of Allah and Judgment Day.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Today on the program, we shall be taking a topic that most of us are anticipating already, and that is celebrating Eid with sincerity. As we know that we have just completed almost 30 days of fasting and we are rejuvenated, we are happy, we want to celebrate. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala count us among those that will celebrate this Eid. Amen. And to do this chit-chatting with me today, I have Sister Mistura.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister Sakina.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And Sister Khadija.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
As you can see, we are all looking beautiful, gaily dressed, ready for Eid. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. But one thing we mustn't forget is that we must celebrate the Eid with total sincerity and submission to the will of Allah. Remember that you're not Muslim until you have fulfilled two conditions, meaning you must follow the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So even in celebrating Eid, you must do it according to the Quran and the Sunnah. So when we say Eid El Fitr, what are we talking about?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Eid al Fitr is a celebration that marks the end of Ramadan. It's a celebration that is done on the first day of the month of Shawwal, and it's a celebration of acceptance of prayer. It's a celebration of acceptance of repentance and a celebration of a new beginning. Because it is the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reported to have said that when you go into Ramadan and after Ramadan you have become cleansed. If you performed Ramadan the way you should have done it, you have become cleansed of your sins. So you have gone through spiritual rebirth. So it's a celebration of spiritual rebirth. It's a celebration of a new beginning, a new life.
If that is the case, what are the etiquettes of Eid?
The etiquettes of Eid al Fitr includes the cutting of your nails, making sure your nails are clean, beeswax, washing of your teeth with a stick. Then on the day of Eid, you adorn yourself in beautiful clothes. You dress your children up in celebration of Eid. It's a time to look forward to. So, and mostly the children enjoy this period so much. They want to enjoy themselves. They want to look good and they want to be gaily dressed. So we should take our time prior to that time, especially mothers that have young children, to go out shopping, buy nice things for your children, not in excess. Don't do anything in excess. Do it within what you have. There might be some things in the house you just match with new things and make sure the children are very happy on that day. And when you're leaving for Eid, make sure when you break your fast, you eat something. Especially the Eid al Fitr, you have to eat before you leave home for the Eid. And when you're going, watch the route you take to the mosque is not the same you'll take when you're returning. So all this, what we put together to make the Eid the celebration it is.
To add to what you said, the Holy Prophet recommended we say on the way to Eid and after Eid, and the 3 days, the 3 consecutive days after Eid, Allah Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Wallahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd, glorifying Allah, praising Allah and thanking Allah for having the opportunity to have experienced the celebration, to have gone through the rigors of Ramadan, to have gone through a spiritual rebirth. Thanking Almighty Allah for counting you among those to be alive. And it's a celebration that lasts for 3 days. And during these 3 days, it is recommended that the Holy Prophet discourages us from fasting. We have to eat on those days.
So you mustn't say you want to pay your missed fast on these 3 days.
Yes.
Those the days of Eid can be referred to as blessings from Allah. They are like a gift to us from Allah to appreciate what we achieved in the month of Ramadan, and then rest, reflect, and then sometimes some people relax so much that they drop everything they practiced in the month of Ramadan based on excesses, like when they go shopping. Even in the month of Ramadan, preparing for Eid, some people do it in excess, that they go shopping, they take a lot of time, especially in the last 10 days that you don't have time. You cannot afford to toy with those last 10 days. So preparing for Eid should not be something that reaps you of the benefits of Ramadan. And then when it's time for Eid, you should celebrate it to the best of your capability, thanking Allah for His blessings.
But alhamdulillah, to buttress what you said, as much as we celebrate the Holy Prophet, it's a festival of celebration. Among the etiquettes of Eid is observing Sadaqat El Fitr. There's a portion, there's a calculation of a form of charity you have to make on every living soul, including the child that was born on the day before the Eid was observed. And anybody that is a dependent on you, you have to observe the Sadaqah on behalf of the person. And there's a rate, it's calculated, because that's part of what makes our fasting complete. Because it is said that the fasting is not totally complete till you have observed Sadaqat al-Fitr. So we should not forget to make sure we do that before the Eid prayer is observed. Also, we should always remember that some people don't have anything to celebrate. Some people open their cupboards and it's bare. Some people open their cupboards, it's bare. Some people have been on the bed even from the beginning of Ramadan. Since we have called this a celebration of giving, a celebration of sharing, a celebration of harmony, we have to make sure we extend our hands to those people. As much as our parents used to buy new things for us, everything new pants, new underwears, everything for Eid. Very good. But I remember then, our moms would always tell us that, remember, you are just enjoying this. There are some people that don't have the privilege of this. Like, there are some people in the war-torn areas, Palestine, little children, and they have not done anything. So it is a celebration that is done worldwide, and these people don't know anything is even happening around, because every day appears the same. Their parents have been displaced. You should always remind your children, because you should always instill in them right from their young ages that they have a privilege, so that they will know the extent of saying Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, and every askar they do, they would always know the extent of why they should thank Allah.
Is the ram killing compulsory?
We don't kill ram in Eid al-Fitr.
Okay.
So,
but if you have the
if you have, you can.
Celebration.
Yes, it's celebration.
Yes,
but it's not like
Eid
al-Adha
where it's compulsory for you, but it's not. It's optional.
Yeah.
If you so desire. But when we look at where we're coming from, that we've just made so much sacrifice to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we've stopped eating for 30 days, and we've been so much involved in the work of charity and trying to please Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we break our fast, I think the best we can do, as my sisters have said, is to do everything in moderation, considering the tone and the mood of the whole nation now. It's not as if there's any excess anywhere. So as much as we, and as Muslims, it is part of our fundamental basic things in Islam, that whatever you do it with humility, do it in moderation, and let everybody around you be happy. That's the essence of this Eid. Whatever, no matter how small what you have is or how big it is, make sure you share it amongst your kith and kin and friends and family.
And also make it a duty to visit the poor, the needy, the orphanages or the hospitals, because there are some people that have been there and they have been deprived of love. Their relatives are even tired of going to check on them. If you know any of them, it's very rewarding to visit them on the day of Eid and extend the hand of love to them.
Now, there are some people amongst us who believe that if you've just said that if Eid and the first 3 days of Shawwal falls on either Monday or Thursday, the Monday and Thursday fast isn't compulsory for those days. That's what it means. Now, if we look at the situation around the world today, we can see that so many tension everywhere and all of that. If we decide to celebrate this Eid, just sitting down at home and reflecting, is there any harm in that?
Well, there's no pattern. There's no restricted. There's no particular way Eid has been designed to be celebrated. That is why we're just saying the key point there is whatever you do in moderation
and sincerity.
don't throw away all you've learned, all you've practiced, all you've acquired in the month of Ramadan.
Okay.
The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of his companions bought him a very, very expensive clothes that he should wear for Eid. The Prophet Muhammad returned it and wore something simple and said it's not befitting of a Muslim to wear such very, very expensive clothes. That's to show you that the Prophet wanted simplicity. Yeah, simplicity. And then that it should go round. When you collect things, Zakat al-Fitr is a way of gathering things from everybody and sharing it to those who don't have. Some people would rather buy that clothes that is expensive than pay Zakat al-Fitr and say, I bought clothes, I don't have money for Zakat al-Fitr. So it's weighing the best.
Prioritize.
You weigh, prioritize that. Is it the clothes that I wear and drop, or that other people too should be able to celebrate Eid like me? So it's very, very important.
But Sister Salma, even in my own opinion, really, if we sit deep to sit and reflect about all what we're going through right now, the instability in the country, the societal, everything is just upside down. Sometimes I just think it's better to just sit and reflect that thank God I'm alive and keep praying on that day that may Allah improve the situation of this country. Also, the Holy Prophet said that during the month of Ramadan, Shaitan will be locked up in shackles. When we now break our fast on Eid day and we bring the drums, we are among those setting Shaitan free of the shackles. We are among those that are inviting Shaitan back. That thank God, God has locked you up and we are opening you. We are celebrating your welcome back. So we should try as much as possible not to be among those that will pull Shaitan out of the shackles in time.
And as Muslims, we should have it at the back of our mind that Eid, especially after Ramadan, it should be Thanksgiving. We should be thankful. We should say a lot of Alhamdulillah. In fact, we should be sober for Allah granting us the opportunity to witness Ramadan, complete it, and if possible, inshallah, have attained Laylatul Qadr. What more there's nothing
like a
more
spiritual
better than
rebirth.
that.
Yes.
So you shouldn't, tarnish it
with excesses of flippant things. And moreover, it's been said that Prophet Sallallahu was a very, very generous man. And that even during Ramadan, that he's more generous than blowing wind. If it is true, then if we really believe in this, and as Muslims, we finish this 30 days of Ramadan, and we now have the opportunity to celebrate Eid El Fitr, we should do it with thanks to Almighty Allah. We should be thankful. We should be appreciative of our life and that of our family. We should be appreciative of Almighty Allah's generosity towards us. And by so doing, the only way we can show it is to make sure that those that are around us, and those when we're talking of the Pakistanis or those that are going through so much, out of this country, we have more people going through worse around us. We have family, friends, we have family, part of us that are going through worse things. We don't need a sieve, or we don't need to get anything to look through before we know that this is what is happening in this nation. This nation needs help. And if we as Muslims, we're supposed to be a brother's keeper, let us initiate it. Let us start it. There's nothing wrong in when you have more than. Sometimes we throw away so much food. Sometimes when I want to throw away food, my conscience will prick me. That look, woman, are you doing the right thing? Let us ask ourselves. Let us all check ourselves and see the excesses we are doing, and try as much as possible to reduce it and impact on other people's lives. It's possible.
These days I was talking to some people about it. Children ask so many questions. Your child can ask you, okay, why do we have to go this way when we are going to the mosque and then we are coming back? So you have to understand. You can even see that day of Eid as a way of being a teacher to your children. Just be a teacher. Your mom should be a teacher to the child. The husband should be a teacher to his wife, and like that. And I believe that would earn us more reward even than we anticipate. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. We'll take a short break to take our read a book segment so you can understand what we mean by Eid more. Do stay tuned. On our read a book segment today, we shall be recommending to you this book titled Ancient Feasts and Modern Festivals. It is a 102-page book which focuses on an investigation of the origin of festivals, how they came about, who started them, where they began, and why they were started.
We are offered ayat of the Quran and words from hadith and books of scholars to aid us in arriving at a decision about what our attitude should be regarding those festivities. Muslims and Christians today ask questions about festivities all year round, all around the world. Eid al-Adha, Eid El Fitr, Maulid Nabi, and Hijrah rallies among Muslims, Christmas, New Year, and Easter among Christians, and St. Valentine's Day and April Fool's Day, which are generally marked. The white wedding, with its wedding cake and ring, the best man and the bridesmaid, has gained currency in different societies. But what is the origin of the wedding ring? Why did people start making wedding cakes? Who are the best man and bridesmaid? More commonly celebrated is the birthday, supposedly everybody's own personal festival. Historically, who first celebrated a birthday? How and why did birthdays begin? How did the birthday cake and candles come into existence? And what do they stand for? These and many more are questions that this book gives us answers to. Read this book today and give your life a new meaning. Remember, readers are leaders.
To me, I never thanked you once. I was too proud to see the truth and prostrate to you until I took the first step, and that's when you opened the doors for me. Now, Allah, I realize what I was missing by being far from you.
Jọ̀mọ́ Mùsùlùmí lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin, ọpẹ́ ni fún Ọlọ́run Allah tó mú wa rí oṣù Ramadan tọdún yìí. Ìdí rèé tí iléeṣẹ́ móhùnmáwòrán ti Ìbàdàn fi ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún ti òpin oṣù Ramadan tọdún yìí, Hijrah 1437. Gbogbo Mùsùlùmí láì yọ ẹnikẹ́ni sílẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ níjọ là ń pè síbi ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí. Àwọn olùdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni Professor Daoud Naibi tí wọ́n ṣe akọ̀wé ẹgbẹ́ Muslim Ummah of South West Nigeria (MUSWEN) àti Sheikh Abdulrasheed Mayaleke, alága Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs ẹ̀ka ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Àkòrí ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni ìhà tí Islam kọ sí ìjẹ́ olórí àti ìwà ìbàjẹ́ láwùjọ. Ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yóò máa wáyé ní ọgbọ̀njọ́ oṣù yìí, Thursday 30th June 2016 nínú ọgbà iléeṣẹ́ wa NTA Ìbàdàn. À ń fi àsìkò yìí ké sí Mùsùlùmí òdodo tó rí bẹ́gi ọlà fún lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ níjọ láti dá sí tọlọ́run nípa ṣíṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí tàbí kẹ́ kún wa lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú ohun èlò lóríṣiríṣi kí Ọlọ́run Allah lè fi ọ̀pọ̀ rọ́pò fún yín. Ẹ lè pè wá sí orí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí 0805 621 0018, 0803 334 0210 àti 0806 554 1834. Ma salam.
This is the fact we think you should have for this week. Alhamdulillah, I mean, this is the question for the week. Alhamdulillah. My sisters, now we're rounding off. I want us to just tell ourselves, generality of Muslims out there, in one word, what this Eid means. We have said it, but let us just wrap it up in one word and tell them what they should do now that it is Eid and the month of Shawwal, but we are not out of Islam. So they should not forget that all those etiquettes of Ramadan and all those things that we did, all those things that we gathered during the month of Ramadan, we should still keep them so that they will last till the next Ramadan and we won't have thrown everything away before the next Ramadan.
What we should do is that we should just continue to do good.
Inshallah.
We should do good and remember Surah Al-Rahman, chapter 6 and verse 60, chapter 56, which says that there is no other reward for good other than good. Al-Jazal in al-Insan. So we should, as much as possible, be a brother's keeper, give as much as we can give. And remember that no matter how much you give, it all comes back to you. We should do everything sincerely in the fear of Allah and to please Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for His sake and His sake alone. Inshallah.
Yes, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. As much as we'll be going into the festival very soon, I would encourage my brothers, my sisters, mothers, children in the house that we should continue to pray hard, particularly for our country. We know there are some people in the war-torn areas of the world, Palestine, Pakistan, Kashmir, and they have not done anything to wrong Allah in any way. We should pray hard. We should pray with total submission and humility for our beloved country, Nigeria, so that Allah spares our lives in peace, so that we have many more of this kind of days to celebrate.
Inshallah. I would like to encourage everybody at home that we should remember that everything in moderation, and even if it's just one person around you, make them happy. Let them know that today is Eid. If you know there's anybody around you that does not have anything to eat or cannot or will not celebrate it, please make them happy, and inshallah you'll be happy too.
MashaAllah. Thank you very much, my sisters. I read somewhere that if you think that you have so much, remember that what you have in your bank account is somebody's zakat. Meaning that you shouldn't be ostentatious. You should try and know that Allah has blessed you with what you have today because He just wants to bless you, not because you know how to, not because you're not a sinner, not because you're too good, and the person who Allah hasn't blessed is not short of Allah's rahmah. It is just the way Allah wants it to be. So let us be moderate. Let us do things with sincerity. You don't give for people to see you giving. You don't do for people to see you doing it. The only Prophet has told us that it's another. Let us think before we do anything. Why am I doing this thing? If you know that your intention isn't pure, it's better to leave it undone. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to be better Muslims. And like we say every time on this program, do not tell people that you are a Muslim. Let them see that you are a Muslim. On the day of Eid, go to Eid with the intention to add value to people's life, not to show off. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us better Muslims and grant us Jannah when we die. Ameen. We wish every Muslim out there Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak, my sisters.
Eid Mubarak in
May Allah grant us many, many more years to witness this Eid. So, as we're wishing you Eid Mubarak, we hope that you're also wishing us the same. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us and bless us and make us better Muslims. Ameen. From my sisters and I here, we say
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alif Lam.
Jàmá Mùsùlùmí lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin, ọpẹ́ ni fún Ọlọ́run Allah tó mú wa rí oṣù Ramadan tọdún yìí. Ìdí rèé tí iléeṣẹ́ móhùnmáwòrán ti Ìbàdàn fi ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún ti òpin oṣù Ramadan tọdún yìí, Hijra 1437. Gbogbo Mùsùlùmí láì yọ ẹnikẹ́ni sílẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ níjọ là ń pè síbi ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí. Àwọn olùdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni Professor Daoud Naibi tí wọ́n ṣe akọ̀wé ẹgbẹ́ Muslim Ummah of South West Nigeria (MUSWEN) àti Sheikh Abdulrasheed Mayaleke, alága Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs ẹ̀ka ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Àkòrí ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni ìhà tí Islam kọ sí ìjẹ́ olórí àti ìwà ìbàjẹ́ láwùjọ. Ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yóò máa wáyé ní ọgbọ̀njọ́ oṣù yìí, Thursday 30th June 2016 nínú ọgbà iléeṣẹ́ wa NTA Ìbàdàn. À ń fi àsìkò yìí ké sí Mùsùlùmí òdodo tó rí bẹ́gi ọlà fún lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ níjọ láti dá sí tọlọ́run nípa ṣíṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí tàbí kẹ́ kún wa lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú ohun èlò lóríṣiríṣi kí Ọlọ́run Allah lè fi ọ̀pọ̀ rọ́pò fún yín. Ẹ lè pè wá sí orí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí 0805 621 0018 0803 334 08035540210 àti 08065541834. Ma salam.
Fortunate is he. Fortunate.
This program is sponsored in memory of Ajiya Fauziya Kende Lola Ali. May Allah grant her Al-Jannah Firdaus. Amen.
His thoughts of Allah and Judgment Day. The